So, moment of truth. I've filled the channel with gravel as much as I'm going to. We're going to make some paths across it today with big stones, nice and flat, so we can get across here. Won't be for the elderly and infirm, but it'll be fine for us. As you can see down on the edge here beside the pond, I'm making, I guess, a bit of an estuary, bit of fun. I'll see how it goes. I'm going to fold that plastic down so that it lets the water from the pond through this far. And I've mounted the stones up here so the fish can't come any further, but I've also made a couple of wee habitats using old roof tiles, so that should hopefully give them some hiding spots and some breeding spots. And you know, we've got tree frogs around, so fingers crossed we get a few of those coming here. And I'll plant some plants into this as well, so it should be good for edibles, for water chestnut, for watercress, and for water spinach, for making morning glory. Love morning glory. So yep, and so I filled most of the way up here. I've got a bit of gravel left over so that I can fill up some bits if the water level is above it. So I've just started the tap running, and I'll come back and film some more once it starts filling up with water. So, doing a water test. So as you can see, if you remember back to my first video, this is filled up a lot further than it did with no gravel in it. So that means it's taking a bit of time to drain off down here. And as you can see, there's a fair bit of water in there. And I can see that it's filling all the way down. And right down to the pond down here. So, see water in the bottom there. And if we look in the pond, if you look carefully, you can see that there's a bit of a flow out from the pond there. Might be a bit of reflection that way on this. You can see there's water moving here all the time, so that means it's filling. I think it's taking longer than expected to drain from the other end. However, we've got to hose down that hole on full bore, so we'd never get that from showers or hand basins or anything. Not for a sustained period like this anyway. So you can see it's filling up. And I'm just waiting for the pond to fill back up again. Unfortunately, I used the weed eater around the edge of the pond, and it's got a lot of grass in here. But hey, all adds to the ecology in the pond, and the fish seem to like it. So, right, I'll keep watching this, and I'll take another video, hopefully, to show it all succeeding. So this basically fills up this pool. So when it has got a flow of a hose going into it, it's actually slower than that to drain off down around the channel. So that's okay, because we very rarely have a hose going for an hour in our shower. But as you can see, there's a bit of water here, so I can have some things growing here. I've started folding over the plastic because I'm going to be putting rocks against the side of it. We've started making some little pathways across because we've got a few places we need to walk through. And if we follow it down around to the pond, you can see my roof tiles are basically underwater, and the pool level has come up nicely, and everything's working as it should. So I've started planting a few things. Here's a water chestnut just poking its head above there. There's a couple others just in there as well, so fingers crossed this just fills up with water chestnuts. That'll be ideal. So now I've got to do the plastic tidy up all around and put rocks all around the side, so it kind of looks like a stream bed. It'll look a bit tidier than this black plastic everywhere, which is pretty disgusting. I'm just folding it back though, so that we can keep or extend it if we needed to. So, all right, so that'll be the next video. So end of day 4. I'm pretty pleased with how this has turned out. So you can see we've got some pretty hefty rocks from place around the corner. Just wanted to get rid of them off the paddock. So. And we've kind of lined the edges. You can't, most places you can't see the plastic unless you look carefully, but hey, if you're that close, you're too close. So anyway, so you can see we've kind of made it so it's not so uniform. It's a bit higgledy-piggledy, nice flat spots to be able to wheel a wheelbarrow across, and it goes off down into the pond. Another flat spot there, well, flattish, and then we come around here to the pond. Fish seem happy, they've been exploring a bit, all looking good. Yeah, so next step, planting. Got an overflow channel to do into our stormwater, and then I've got the collection point down the other end, so it's a little bit to go, but that is the hard work done. So, and I'm really pleased with that nice curve around there in front of the native. So once the chickens are finished, we'll start planting around the edge of the pond there, and I think it'll look great.